Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Uh, it's me, Dr. Shazad, and I'm just having one of the criteria that to discuss the topic of the magnification today. But before going to have the discussion on the magnification, we must know different kind of terminologies and just basic knowledge that we have in our previous classes. Like we know that all living organisms they are made up of one or more cells, like uni and multicellular respectively. And a cell keeps different kind of structures like cell surface membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, cellulose containing cell wall in case of plant cell, vacuoles in case of plant cell, and small vacuoles in case of animal cell, and the chloroplast and the plastids in case of plant cell. And as like in the case of bacterial cells, there are some other features that are also found. But what are the basic things that are very much common in all living organisms and all cells of the all living organism? That is the cell surface membrane, cytoplasm, and the nucleus or genetic material. So, beta, most of the cells they are very much small. They are very small. That's why we cannot see such kind of cells by the help of our naked eye. Just to see such kind of cells, we used a apparatus which is called microscope. Okay, the microscope. There are basically three types of microscope in the world. That I'm just going again to my whiteboard here. When we talk about the microscope, I'm just going to discuss about the topic of microscope here. First of all, just to understand the concept of magnification. So, beta, the word micro, what's the meaning of micro? Micro means very, very small, very, very small. Okay. And as we know that 1 meter keeps 10 power minus 6 micrometer, or 10 power 6 micrometer, and 1 micrometer keeps 10 power minus 6 meter. So micrometer is very, very small quantity. And microscope, when we connect or combine these two words, micro and scope, SCOPE. Scope means observation, study, blah 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 blah. Okay, observation. So we need a substance or a machine or the apparatus that is used to observe very small things. Okay, most of the people they think that microscope is only applicable in the field of biology, but it's not true. We used to study different kind of very small things by the help of that microscope. So you must combine these two things and you may understand the concept of microscope. Microscope is a machine or the apparatus or any kind of thing that is used to observe very, very small units. Like for example, microorganisms. When you talk about the microscope, you must know basic knowledge about the microscope. Like different kind of microscopes are used in the world. Like for example, I'm just going to give three different examples. In a broader category, there are three different kind of microscopes. Number one, and this is for number two and number three. Okay, just I have drawn three different arrows here. Number one, what is the first type of microscope? This is called light or compound microscope. Light microscope or compound microscope. And the second thing that we just need to understand, the second microscope that is far better than light and compound microscope, that is X-ray microscope. Okay, X-ray microscope. And the most advanced microscope that we use, that is called electron beam microscope or electron microscope. I'm just using E dash microscope. And there are subdivisions or the subtypes of electron microscope also. So you need to understand first how this microscope, what is the fundamental rule to study the object or a very small object by the help of microscope. You must need to understand the basic criteria and the basic things that you must keep in your mind. What are the different things and why do we need to have different kind of microscope? Okay, if we have the light microscope, what is the benefit or need of other two type of microscope? I'm just going to draw different kind of things here, and you may understand the concept here. Number one, when you talk about the light microscope, the source of illumination, that is light. We use the light waves. Okay, what is the range of light microscope? We can only see the object which size is about 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. Why? Because this is the range of the light or the visible light spectrum that only our eye can see that kind of material. Okay, means the substance that are less than 400 nanometer, we cannot see such kind of material. For example, we can see the material of the light microscope like nucleus, because the size of the nucleus is uh, larger than 400 nanometer. Or we can also use that thing. This is the light that our eye can detect. But what about those material which are very much less? That's why we need two different kind of microscope like X-ray microscope and electron microscope. But what about the source of illumination? The source of illumination in case of X-ray microscope, you can see that by the name. X-rays are used. X-rays are used as the source of illumination or creating the image. But in case of electron microscope, electron beam, electron beam is used. Okay. If we have, now the question is that if we have the X-ray microscope, then why do we need the electron microscope? This is one of the interesting question, because X-ray micro, the magnification power of X-ray microscope is far better than light microscope. Then if we have built the X-ray microscope, then what is the need of the electron microscope? So the question now raised here, because when you talk about the magnification, I'm just drawing this line here to differentiate again. Just keep that thing in your mind. Our basic topic is magnification. Just to understand the basic concept of magnification, we need to understand the topic of microscope, but we are not going in detail. I'm just writing uh, the second difference. When talk about the light microscope, its magnification is very small. Magnification is in thousands. Okay, magnification is in thousand. But when we talk about the X-ray microscope, okay, the magnification is more than thousand. It means it is greater than thousands. Means it, let's go, if you are going to magnify the substance in term of 2 lakhs times, 3 lakhs times, or 10 power minus 3 times, etc, etc, etc. Okay, this is more than thousands. And in case of electron microscope, the magnification is also more than 1000. But 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 you must need to understand another concept here. If the magnification is more than 1000, then why do we need the electron microscope? Okay, which means that we can just build one large image to observe and study the material. But why do we need such kind of microscope if we have the X-ray microscope? So the students, you must keep that thing in your mind. This is a term that we also use, that is called resolution. There is a term that we use in the field of microscopy. This is called resolution. Resolution. Resolution means, uh, first of all, I'm just writing here, the resolution is not better. The same case in case of X-ray microscope. I'm just connecting that point in between light and X-ray microscope. But in case of electron microscope, resolution is far better than X-ray microscope, or in case of electron microscope. So I'm going to give one example here. Most of the students, they have very good cameras. Why we have the DSLR or high definition camera? Because these high definition camera can have the ability to zoom the things, to magnify the things, and we can also have the clear picture. The resolution helps us to get the clear picture. Okay, the resolution help us to get the clear picture. Okay, now when we are going to understand the concept of resolution, just I'm going to tell you about that. Let's suppose this is the point. This is one of the point, or one any kind of cell that you are going to study. Let's suppose you are just going to magnifying it. Okay, the blur image you are getting, the blur image you are getting it. Okay, now this is the magnification from the light microscope. Let's suppose you are just magnifying this substance by the help of X-ray microscope. So now you will have like this structure. It means the cells are interconnected, and just you are magnifying the substance, but still you have not the good quality picture or the image. But in case of, again, in case of electron microscope, what kind of image you can get? You can get that image like this way. So this is just one of the layman example. By the help of that example, you can identify why do we need the electron microscope if we have the X-ray microscope. By the help of that, we have the good definition, a good magnification, as well as we have very clear image. But still we are using the light microscope and X-ray microscope. What's the reason behind it? Because there are certain things that help us to use such kind of material. Number one, X-ray microscope and light microscope, they are very space consuming apparatus. Okay, less space is required for light or compound microscope. You can handle them in a very less space. Less space is required because they are very light. You can handle and travel with them. But in case of X-ray and electron microscope or beam microscope, you need larger space to hold them. That kind of material. One more thing, that we use the light microscope in the early stages. Number one, in the light microscope, the specimen, let's suppose if we are going to study the specimen, alive and dead, both cells can be examined. The specimen can be alive and dead cells can be examined. But what about these cases? In X-ray and electron microscope, only only dead cells or specimen can be examined, because the X-ray beams and the electron beams can kill the alive cells. Got it? Now this is the basic background knowledge that you must need to understand if you are going to understand the concept of light microscope, X-ray microscope, or electron microscope. Okay, should I move to the topic? That is, where were we? We were just going to study the topic of that, the light microscope. This is the structure of light microscope. Okay, you can just read out the cells are too small to see with the naked eye, so microscope is used. A light microscope can give useful magnification. I'm using the term useful magnification of about 400 times. Means we can just see the 400 time magnified image, but in a clear way. We can also have the magnified image of, like in this case, you can see that it's about 1500 times. It is more than 400, but the image is not clear. Okay, so we can just get the useful image like 400 times. If let's suppose if the size of one thing is 1 millimeter, then it will be 400 millimeter when we observe the material by the help of light microscope in a clear way. The contrast between the different structure in the image can be improved by using different kind of colors. We just inoculate different kind of colors like methylene blue, because when we see the cells, they look colorless image. If we apply different kind of colors, like which are called dyes, these are the dyes that help us to identify the different kind of cells. Like this is the upper epidermis, these are this is the vexicuticle, then upper epidermis, these are what? These are the palisade mesophyll cells. Why? Because by the help of that pink color, I can identify which substance is that. Like in the same thing, in case of the liver cell, we can see that this is the nucleus which is found inside the center. Now these are the few materials that you need to understand. Like methylene blue is the stain on the dye that we use. Now this is what, this is the one of the image of the light microscope. The source of the illumination, that is light, the light is moving from this side, it will hit from this specimen, and the specimen will be imaged, and this image will be transferred here in this tube, and by the help of this tube we can see the image by the help of our eye. But there are two different types of lenses are there. Now one is called objective lens, and other one is called uh, well, this one is called ocular lens, and this one is called objective lens, because this is in front of objective and this is in front of our eyes. The most important thing, there are different kind of terminologies that you use in Edexcel, IGCSE, GCE, O level, that one cell, let's suppose, is the 1/4 of the millimeter in the diameter. This is rather in clumsy term. So scientists use the smaller units like 1 meter, that you have also familiar with these units in your physics or chemistry classes. Like the 1 meter keeps 1000 millimeter, and 1 millimeter contains 1000 micrometers. So it means if you have the structure of centimeter, you can convert the centimeter into millimeter and millimeter into micrometer. So there is one typical animal cell which diameter is about 25 micrometer. Now we are moving towards the topic of the magnification. These were the basic things that you need to understand. Like the size of the structure of organism is measured in units length, such as millimeter or meter or micrometer, etc. But how can we calculate the magnification, or how can we see that, and how can we find that which microscope magnification is better in term of units, or how can we quantify the material? So there is one of the formula that you need to understand, that is magnification. This is called Mia. I, just for the sake of understanding, I have introduced that term for my students. Like, you can use the term for the magnification. I just use the term Mia. I use the term Mia. Okay, MIA, Mia. What's the meaning of Mia? M for, what's the meaning of M?
Magnification.
That's very good. M
Magnification.
for magnification. Very good. I for,
Image.
I for image size. Very good. I for image size, the size of the image that you are observing. And A for the
Actual
actual
size.
size. Okay, the actual size that you have experienced. What was the actual size? Let's suppose I'm just going to give one example here. I'm moving towards the next slide. Let's suppose you have one of the typical cell. Such kind of image you have found in your paper. This is the cell. Okay, now this is one of the cell that you have found on your paper, and it has been informed that the image of that cell is about 500 times. I'm using the term 500 times, 500x or x 500. What's the meaning of that? That is 500 times. Now, first of all, the examiner can ask to you, just draw the clear diagram on the available space. Now what to do? Let's suppose this is the available space. Now what is the tip? If the examiner is going to tell you or ask you that just draw the clear diagram on the available space, and this is the available space, now what will you do? Just sharp your pencil and try to use or try to draw that diagram more than 60% or 70% of the available space. I'm just trying my level best to draw that structure, and what kind of different things and uh, the errors the people do. Might be this picture is not as good because I'm drawing that picture on this side. Okay, now this is just the line diagram. Now the second question can be asked to you that find out find out the image size. Find out the image size of the given question. Let's suppose this is your question that has been given here. Okay, the first task has been completed by you. That's it. और इसके अंदर आपको कोई अपनी तरफ से साइंसदानी करने की जरूरत नहीं है. आपका ये पार्ट ए कंप्लीट हो चुका है. पार्ट बी आपसे कहता है जस्ट फाइंड आउट द इमेज साइज. Okay, the part B is find out the image size of the figure number 1, figure number X. This is figure number X. Find out the image of figure number X. Now this is the figure number X. Now what to do? Just apply the formula that I have given. What was the formula? The formula was MIA. Magnification is equal to the image size over actual size. But the question is that you know that what is the magnification, what is the value of the magnification, that is 500. Now first of all, just maintain the formula if you want to maintain the formula. What is the formula? Now if you want to get the image size, now what would be the value? Will be the magnification multiplied by the actual size is equal to image size. बेटा यही फार्मूला बनेगा. जस्ट व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, जो लेफ्ट या राइट हैंड पे आपके पास वैल्यू फाइंड आउट की जाती है बिल्कुल अकेली होनी
Yes, sir.
चाहिए. The image along with image size, actual size is dividing, it will be moved on left hand side. Here it is dividing, it will be moved, then it will be converted to multiply. इसको थोड़ा सा मैं और साफ सुथरा करके. Now put the values. What is the value of magnification? That is 500 times. How can I know that this is the value of magnification? Because small x is there. Its x means times. But we do not know the value of actual size. But how it could be possible in an equation the two variables are missing? तो अब यहाँ पे क्या करना है? एक्चुअल साइज के लिए आपको करना कुछ भी नहीं है. जस्ट पुट योर स्केल. आपको एक स्केल लेना है अपना. लेट्स सपोज दिस इज योर स्केल. और यहाँ पे आपने इसका देखना है कि सबसे ज्यादा इसका जो लेंथ है वो कहाँ पे कवर हो रही है, इसका डायमीटर कब से कहाँ पे कवर हो रहा है. लेट्स सपोज ये आपने स्केल लेना है और यहाँ से आपने स्केल से एक लाइन खींच देनी है. ओके, अब ये स्केल से आपने लाइन जो खींची तो इसके ऊपर आपके पास क्या हुआ, आपको पता चल गया दिस इज द पॉइंट एंड दिस इज द पॉइंट. लेट्स सपोज अब यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक का जो साइज आया था दैट्स अबाउट 40 centimeter. But remember, you need to convert that actual size. जो आपके पास जो actual size आया, जो actual size of the image था, that was 40 centimeter. ठीक है, हम यहाँ पे इस फिगर का एक्चुअल हम मालूम कर रहे हैं. फाइंड आउट द इमेज साइज ऑफ दैट पिक्चर फिगर. एक्चुअली सेल का हम डायमीटर मालूम नहीं कर रहे. ठीक है जी. अब यहाँ पे इसने कहा कि भाई आपके पास 40 सेंटीमीटर आया, बट यू नीड टू कन्वर्ट दैट सेंटीमीटर इनटू मिलीमीटर. व्हाट विल वी डू? वी नो दैट हाउ मेनी सेंटीमीटर आर इक्वल टू मिलीमीटर. वी नो दैट 100 सेंटीमीटर आर ऑलवेज इक्वल टू 1000 मिलीमीटर. अगर आप इसको अगर मल्टीप्लाई, अगर इसको 100 को 100 से डिवाइड कर दोगे तो आपके पास क्या आ जाएगा? जस्ट you obtain the 1 centimeter. if you are doing that activity तो आप 100 को यहाँ से भी डिवाइड करेंगे तो आपके पास क्या हो गया? 1 मिलीमीटर इज 1 सेंटीमीटर इज इक्वल टू 1 मिलीमीटर. तो आपके पास ये जो 40 सेंटीमीटर है. नाउ व्हाट विल यू डू? जस्ट मल्टीप्लाई बाय 10. आप इसको 10 से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो आपके पास ये क्या कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा? इट विल बी 40 into 10 क्या हो गया बेटा? 400. यही बनेगा.
Yes.
ओके ठीक है. अब यही आपके पास वैल्यू बनेगी. अगर देखें गलत लिखो तो आप मुझे बता दीजिएगा. जस्ट पुट इट हियर 400. नाउ जस्ट अप्लाई 500 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 400 तो आपके पास आ जाएगी वैल्यू. जस्ट आई एम ओपनिंग द कैलकुलेटर इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. आपके पास यहाँ पे चाहें तो आप यहाँ पे करके देख सकते हैं. करके देखिए आपके पास क्या लिखा हुआ है. 500 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 400. अब क्या वैल्यू क्या बनी? इट्स अबाउट, बहुत बड़ी वैल्यू आ गई. कितनी बड़ी वैल्यू आई, जल्दी से बताएं। ओके, 5 4 20, दैट वुड बी अबाउट 0 0 0 एंड 0। यही बनी है आपके,
20,000.
यही बनी है वैल्यू, कोई गलत तो नहीं लिखी?
Ye-
ठीक है जी,
No,
ये
sir.
आपके, लेकिन जो इमेज का जो अब ये यूनिट होगा दैट वुड बी मिलीमीटर। ओके, नाउ द क्वेश्चन नंबर सी कैन बी आस्क्ड टू यू। अब एक सवाल आपसे और भी कर सकता है। द क्वेश्चन नंबर सी कैन बी आस्क्ड, ओके, द क्वेश्चन नंबर सी कैन बी आस्क्ड, find the magnification, find the magnification of the drawn picture। जो आपके पास जो पिक्चर आपने ड्रॉ की है ना, आप इसकी मैग्निफिकेशन जो है अपने पास लिखिए। अब आप क्या करोगे बेटा, फाइंड द मैग्निफिकेशन ऑफ द ड्रॉन पिक्चर या ड्रॉन फोटो। अब यहाँ पे दो तीन तरीके हैं, आप इसकी मदद से आप ये हाईलाइट कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, अब आपके पास लेट सपोज आपको इसकी मैग्निफिकेशन नहीं पता, आपने क्या करना है, वही एक स्केल लेना है। ठीक है जी, और स्केल लेके आपने इसकी जो मैक्सिमम लेंथ थी वो यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक आपने ले ली। अब दो पॉइंट्स इनके हाईलाइट कर दिए, एक पॉइंट तो आपके पास आ गया ये फ्रॉम दिस साइड एंड अबाउट दिस साइड। अब यहाँ पे जब आपने लिखा तो ये बना, लेट सपोज आपने इसको लिख दिया दिस इज अबाउट 200 सेंटीमीटर। ठीक है जी, ये कितना बना आपके पास, 200 सेंटीमीटर। अब मैं आपको एक क्विकर वे तरीका बनाता हूँ यहाँ पे कि आपने जो पिक्चर ड्रॉ किया था दैट इज 200 सेंटीमीटर, तो आपके पास ये कितने टाइम्स हो गया, आपने खुद ब खुद यहाँ पे लिखना है। एक आप अपना इमेज बनाओ, अपना रिलेशन बना लो कि 40 सेंटीमीटर लेंथ के ऊपर जो मैग्निफिकेशन थी दैट वाज अबाउट 500 टाइम्स। कितने टाइम्स थी ये, 40 सेंटीमीटर के ऊपर। देखें ये तो सिंपल मैथमेटिक्स है ना, 40 सेंटीमीटर पे लेंथ थी, अपना मैग्निफिकेशन थी 500 टाइम्स। आपने यहाँ पे जो पिक्चर ड्रॉ की है दैट्स लेंथ इज अबाउट 200 सेंटीमीटर। नाउ व्हाट टू डू, अब मैं इस 40 को किस चीज से मल्टीप्लाई करूं कि 200 हो जाए। ठीक है, किस से मल्टीप्लाई करूं 40 को कि 200 हो जाए, जल्दी से बताएं मुझे, हरी अप, हरी अप बेटा जी, डू यू हैव द कैलकुलेटर? वरीशा, जस्ट 40 को अगर मैं किस चीज़ से मल्टीप्लाई करूं कि ये 200 हो जाए, 40 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 5, सिंपली 40 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 5। यहाँ पे अगर लेफ्ट साइड पे अगर मैं 5 से मल्टीप्लाई, if I'm just applying multiply by 5 here, then I must carry that thing here, multiply by 5 here also, then it will be equal to 5 multiply by 4, it will be 200 सेंटीमीटर। ये 200 सेंटीमीटर हो गया, और ये आपके पास जो मैग्निफिकेशन बनी इस इमेज की जो आपने ड्रॉ किया है दैट इज अबाउट 5 5 जा 20 500 times। Got it? Now this is the answer number B। ठीक है, आंसर नंबर C, this is the answer number C। Now this is simple mathematics that you need to understand here। Now I'm moving again on my notes on your book that keeps the topic of magnification here। Now look at here, now you will give me the answer। Let's suppose there is the image, we can also use the scale line to work it out। Let's suppose magnification is about measured or actual length means image size upon actual size। ओके, और यहाँ पे आपके पास जो ये सब्सटेंस है इसकी जो मैग्निफिकेशन आई है, इसकी मेजर लेंथ थी 10 मिलीमीटर और एक्चुअल लेंथ थी 1 मिलीमीटर। 10 over 1 दैट इज इक्वल टू 10 टाइम्स। ठीक है, अब फॉर एग्जांपल लुक एट दिस पपाई सीड। अब दिस इज पपाई सीड, दैट्स मैग्निफिकेशन इज 15 टाइम्स, व्हाट वुड बी द एक्चुअल लेंथ? ओके, अब यहाँ पे एक्चुअल लेंथ के लिए आपने क्या किया, दैट सेम फार्मूला, द मैग्निफिकेशन विल मूव हियर एंड द एक्चुअल लेंथ विल बी मूव हियर। तो आपके पास क्या हो जाएगी, इमेज साइज अपॉन मैग्निफिकेशन। द इमेज साइज let's suppose the image size that has been given here, that is 5, and magnification is 50, then 5 upon 50, तो आपके पास डायरेक्ट आंसर आ गया. यू कैन यूज द कैलकुलेटर. तो ये आपके पास मेंटल मैथ की जरूरत नहीं है. दैट इज अबाउट 0.1 मिलीमीटर. There are certain tips that you need to understand. Make sure that the measure and actual lengths are given in the same units. Let's suppose most of the people, what do they do, कि वो करते क्या है, वो एक चीज सेंटीमीटर में होती है दूसरी मिलीमीटर में ले लेते हैं, और दूसरी एक मिलीमीटर में होती है तो एक सेंटीमीटर में ले लेते हैं. Means if you are having the lengths of the image size as well as actual size, it must be in the same length. और मैं आपको टिप दे दी, आप मिलीमीटर ही यूज करें, क्योंकि ओ लेवल्स के अंदर जो यूनिट है दैट इज मोस्टली यूज इन मैग्निफिकेशन, दिस इज मिलीमीटर. एंड टू हेल्प टू रिमेंबर द फार्मूला, मियाँ यहाँ पे इन्होंने मेजर्ड अपॉन एक्चुअल लिखा है, लेकिन यू कैन आल्सो यूज दैट फार्मूला बाय दैट. गॉट इट? इज इट क्लियर बेटा?
Yes.
Okay, now इस क्लास का टाइम खत्म हो रहा है. जस्ट गिव मी 5 more minutes and after 5 minutes you will again reload and we will just solve the paper number 2018 October November paper of ATP alternative to practical. ठीक है बेटा, after 5 minutes. ठीक है, just meanwhile just have a break of 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Allah.